to my channel. In this video, we are going to incorporate 4 brand new products to my collection while I do my makeup. I have actually tried these products one time before. I kind of have a feel as to how it wore, how it worked. Did it like live up to the hype, you know? So we're gonna move on and play around with these products. The very first product that I received is this one right here. This is the Wishes Do Come True Primer Oil by Rude Cosmetics. If you haven't heard of Rude Cosmetics, it is beautiful. It is a beautiful, affordable brand, and I've featured them in my channel once before, and it's like, honestly, I don't understand how they can price point their stuff where they do and their stuff still be that amazing, you know? Since I've tried the products, let's talk about this primer oil. I have it on my face. As you can see, it doesn't look super greasy. It adds some luminosity. My face was a little dry because I just washed it, so it did absorb a lot of it. It is a primer oil, and it says Rose Gold Glow. This one here, I mean, it says rose gold, but there's no color. This is a clear one. I did find it held up my makeup very well throughout the day when I did initially apply this the first time around. I will tell you though, if you're like super duper greasy, you might want to use this very, very lightly and go in with caution, or just kind of skip on this and use something like a silicone-based primer. If your skin is super dry, then this you might really love because it'll help your foundation blend in beautifully, okay? I do have combo skin. Like I said, I didn't find that my skin got super greasy or kind of funky throughout the day, which was great. My makeup held up really nicely. I'm going to apply my foundation. I'm going to do CYO. I usually do a lot of like higher end, I know. I've just really been loving them, but for the sake of the product, it is a very affordable product. I've used it with high end and like drugstore and like super affordable, and honestly, it works like a dream regardless of what foundation you apply. If you love your foundation, this is actually gonna make it look really nice. Look how glowy my skin looks. And I totally have no like illuminating products on my face, just the primer oil. I'm going to move on to their concealer. I requested to get this because I have a lot of like higher end and more expensive concealers, and I wanted to see what this concealer would like perform on my skin. Again, this brand is super affordable and I was pleasantly surprised. This is their Sculpting Concealer. This is supposed to conceal and contour and highlight, depending on like, so it's a multitasking product. Based on my experience with this baby, I do find this concealer to be very comparable to the Naked Skin Concealer, not packaging or application, but just the formula. It is looser than, let's say, the Tarte Shape Tape. It blends out really nicely. I'm gonna do that right now. Blends out really nicely. You do get some coverage, but it's still kind of like light but effective concealer. As you guys can see, blends out like a dream. If I wanted to bake this, this would look super amazing, but like I said, I don't want to bake, so I am just going to set this with a powder very lightly. I zoomed you guys in just a little bit so you guys can see like a closer look. My under eyes do not look dry or patchy, and it doesn't emphasize any like baby bags that I have going on or any of my baby wrinkles I have going on over here. It did not separate throughout the day, which was wonderful, and it really held up. So that's something that I want to make sure that you guys knew, because I know when you think affordable concealers, you're like, yeah, it's probably crap. No, they're not all of them. The next product I have over here is this Rude Cosmetics Prelude Eyeshadow Primer. Okay, it doesn't have the shade name on the bottle. I do like the primer. It does its job. My one gripe with this specific primer is that I personally like when I apply a primer for there to be a base color so that you can't really see my natural lid. This primer right here didn't do that, but other than that, like, the primer did do its job. It was nice and tacky. It's an easy fix. I'll just go in with the brush that I used to set my under eyes, and it still has a little bit of powder left, so I'll just set that really quickly, and then we'll move on with eyeshadow. Okay guys, I think I'm ready to show you guys my favorite product in the shipment that I received. I am not gonna lie, I am like low-key obsessed with this palette because look at her. I know, right? Look at this packaging. So crazy enough, it had a slip cover and I took that out, and because it makes it easier like to film with the product. But I saw this palette online and I said, okay, I want that one. And then after picking it and receiving it in the mail, I was like, what the hell is that? The reason why I reacted that way is because this palette is huge. I mean, it covers my head. And I gave you guys a cute little sneak peek really quickly on Instagram, and you guys were so obsessed and were dying to see like the palette in action. So we're gonna do that today. But look, the packaging is awesome, and it's supposed to look like a book, right? I never looked at the back part because I was just like, is this a book? Did they send me a book? It literally looks like a book, and they have like, you know, some like information in the back. And then when you open her up, it still looks like a book, but look how big she is. It's crazy. I know. I want to use a thick buffing brush. I'm going to dive into this shade here. The only thing is I kind of wish, due to the fact that I like do tutorials, I would love to be able to give you like a shade name so you guys could like list them down, and it would be so much easier for you guys to just follow the tutorial if you knew what shade name. But these don't have shade names. It is not like a deal breaker or anything like that. I just like being able to give you guys like a little more information. But in this case, we just have to kind of be like row 2, the 4th one to the right. Now that I have this beautiful nude shade on my lids, I am going to grab another brush, and I want to tap into this kind of orangey coral. It's like a, you know what I like about this palette now that I'm like really looking at it? You have pops of colors, but they're muted. So you generally see bright palettes, right? All last year, we were just seeing pops of colors, super bright palettes, which I love and they're beautiful. But I've been wanting an all muted palette. And so you do get your pops of color. You have, look at this. This is a blue, not a black. This is a blue. This is your yellow. This is kind of like a cranberry. You know, you have your green, a purple, but they're muted, which means that they're very toned down and they're really easy to blend together and play around with, which makes me really happy because I can totally use every single shade in this palette throughout the whole year. So I'm gonna apply that orangey shade on my crease, and I will tell you guys can never see pants that I have on, but I am actually going out. I'm going to use the green, the camo green that's in here. That's the shade of green that I love in my life. And I'm going to apply that all over the lids because I have camel print pants on today. Now the camo green that I was talking about is this one over here. Look how pretty it is. And it, no, legit, it does match my pants so well. It is ridiculous. And I just want to apply that. I'm not going to do like straight up everywhere on the lid, like from top to bottom. I just kind of want to apply a little hint of it. So we're going to do it at the bottom half of the lid and then blend that in because, you know, I don't know. I think it just gives it such a beautiful look when you're blending that into the orange. Now that the lids are looking exactly how I want them to, if you don't like the way it looks like that, that's perfectly fine. You can just grab the brush and just blend the edges out just a little bit. I don't know. I'm kind of going with this look. I'm feeling it, if I'm honest. So I'm going to leave it alone because I'm digging it. And I'm going to use any kind of brush that has a very thin kind of tip to it. And I'm thinking I want to tap into this deep shade because I want to just darken the outer corners just a little bit, really close to the lash line, as close to the lash line as you can get, but only on the outer corners, and then just blend it out. I think I want to go a little deeper with that, so I'm going to tap into this shade here. It almost looks like a black with a shift of blue in it. It is completely matte, but I've been questioning that shade for a little bit now because I'm like, okay, you look like you're supposed to be like the deepest navy blue in the world, but you like look black. But it's a blue, I think, with black. So we're gonna do the very same thing with that deepest, darkest shade. I tend to just apply it where I want it, and then I blend it out with my fingers. Now this eye look looks kind of like, wait, what? But when you apply your mascara is totally gonna take it to a whole nother level. In order to finish up the eye, I'm gonna use the brush that we used for blending, and I'm gonna tap back into that orange and just apply some orange over on the bottom area of the eye, and I'm going to blend that out. I use the opposite side of the brush, tapped into the green, and I am just going to blend some green on into the outer area of the bottom portion of the eye. I finished off the eye with my Ardensian Monster pencil in black, and then I put a little bit of mascara on my lower lashes. We're gonna move on to the rest of the face super quickly. We're gonna bronze with my Pretty Vulgar bronzer, which I recently received in a subscription box, and it's like amazing. For blush, I'm going to use Makeup Geek's Spellbound, which it's like one of those blushes that I know that I can build and that looks amazing on my cheekbones, if I say so myself. I know. And then as highlighter, I am going to use, because I just got them and I'm like loving them, the Jeffree Star Supreme Frost in Frozen Peach. Oh, she's so pretty. You guys know I like to highlight my brow bone with this product right here, so we just go ahead and do that. And no lie, I just realized I haven't filled my brows, so we're gonna do that next. For my brows, I'm gonna use Billion Dollar Brows Pencil, and I'm gonna fill these in really quickly, and then we'll move on to the lips. And for this kind of look, I think I just wanna go with my regular go-to nude on the lips, and it is Stepping Out by Smashbox Cosmetics. I still haven't gotten a full size of these. I know I have to, because if I don't, I'm gonna regret it because I love this. And then when you're done, this is what the look kind of looks like when it's all put together. I really enjoyed the palette. I have been enjoying the palette. You guys know, like, I'm just all about like tones and colors, and these muted tones are absolutely stunning. They blend like a freaking dream. As you guys could see, the pigmentation is there, and the best part about Rude Cosmetics is that they're affordable. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna link them down below. I also have a discount code for you guys, so if you guys want a discount on a purchase, make sure you check the description box as well, because it's gonna be there, whatever, on all videos. So you can always look at the most recent video and look for the discount codes, because it's gonna be there. Alright guys, that is a wrap for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. As per usual, my social media platforms are right here. Make sure you go follow me there if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye guys.